Are we ready, Ryan?
Yep, bro.
You are on there, baby.
Hey, folks, welcome to Around South Jersey. I'm your host, Derick Glenn, filling in for Jim Quinn. And Jim's still feeling a little bit under the weather, so I want to just say hello to Jim. He's watching tonight from home, and I want to ask everyone to continue sending out some well wishes to Jim. My very special guests in the studio tonight, Jon, Sarah, and Ashleigh from Flying First Class Equestrian Center Flying First Class Equestrian
and Community
Outreach. That's a long thing. I love it.
Long name.
Well, welcome to the program, you guys. I'm so glad you could be here. I want to say first and foremost, I've been out to the facility. I've seen it firsthand. Mm-hmm. Absolutely incredible. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Clean.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. But you've got so much going on. And you know, when we talk about community, this is a community program. And I couldn't think of anybody better to have on the program but you guys and what you're doing in the Cumberland County area and beyond for the community right now with what you're doing. It's something completely different. Equestrian. It's so unique, I want to say. I don't see anybody else doing what you're doing anywhere else. But Jon, I want to ask you first of all, you know, how did you get started with this? I don't want to say business, but with this type of business, how did you get involved in this?
I'm gonna blame her first. From the time that she was born, she was possessed by this thing called horses, and before she could even speak, she was interested in horses. And finally, by the time she turned 4, we had to kind of give in to the fact that we were going to be in the horse business. And so we got our first horse, and we learned the horse business, and it turned into a pretty successful business. We started out in Boston, and then we moved to Bucks County, Pennsylvania, and we're in Bucks County, Pennsylvania for 20 years, and we found Bucks County, where we were in Bucks County, was a little restrictive in terms of how we could grow the business. Mm-hmm. So we started looking for some place that we could do more, and happened to get lucky and fall into this property that we have now, which is just incredible. And
you did the same kind of stuff in Bucks County?
We didn't do as much community outreach. We were more equine involved, but now it's a much broader business with goats and chickens and koi pond and community garden and indoor swimming pool and still still horses, but we have a lot of things to offer to the community, and we want to be as creative with all our community partners as we possibly can. Yeah,
I think it's we came out some of my staff from the Veterans Home and we're looking at the facility, and we want to come back out and get involved in some of your programs that you have there. But I just think the property itself is so unique. There's so many different things to do there. Farm wise, I guess you could say. Is that the right term?
Yeah, I guess.
Animals,
farms,
activity-wise.
Outdoor activity-wise.
Outdoor activity-wise. I mean, just the opportunity when you come through the gates. And you were talking about a koi pond, and I thought it was going to be the size of this table. Mm-hmm. I'm like, it's going to be a nice little koi pond. It's like a pond. It's like a giant. Yeah, my God!
It's an ecosystem unto itself.
Some of the fish in there are gigantic, but it was just
Hoover's huge. That's their biggest one.
It's amazing. It's just so cool. I think to see that in itself, but. The fascinating thing to walk around and see all the different horses, the ponies, the everything that you have, the goats, the chickens, and I'm not anybody watching or any of my friends' family will tell you I'm scared to death of it. And I don't know if you remember this, but I'm scared to death of any kind of fowl. I don't like the
you don't like the birds and the flapping. No,
but I just think it's amazing, and I think when we came over, I'm not sure who the group was, but you had a group from Bridgeton, I believe, and they came over and they were helping you weed out one of the gardens.
We were doing the community garden. We were doing the initial community garden meeting,
day.
which was called Prepare the Ground.
Okay.
And so we have been developing that group. It's made up of people from Euphoria Life, which is a youth group based with United Advocacy Group, with the Cumberland County Boys and Girls Club, and several individuals and small groups. And what they've done is, last Sunday we just had a follow-up to that, which was the initial planning and planting. So we planted about 2,200 plants on Sunday.
Out of here. Wow.
And they're now in the germinating stage, and we're getting ready to transplant them outside once the weather breaks a little bit.
Yeah.
And we also had somebody there, a gentleman from Ocean First Bank. His wife is the VP of Ocean First Bank. Hi, Tracy. I hope you're watching.
Yeah.
And Jim. And he's a kind of hobby gardenist, and he came to coach us a little bit and help us. And and he also taught us how to. We have a lot of fruit trees on the property as well. So we have apples, pears.
I remember
peaches.
seeing the apple tree.
Yeah. There's pears, and we didn't really do anything last year with those because we didn't really know
We had
what
them.
we had.
Yeah.
Wow. Right.
And so this
yeah.
year we're preparing to to use those trees to also participate, and that kind of dovetails into one of what we consider to be one of our most creative programs, which is a farm to table program, a kitchen lab program that we're just starting now, where we take at-risk inner city youth or anybody who really wants to participate and teach them the source of the food, how to take care of it, how to harvest, how to plant, and then how to prepare, and then how to cook and serve, and then how to make healthy food choices.
I love it. So
we
there's
have several local young chefs who want to help us do this. So.
Wow. So there's so many different components to what you have going on out there. I want to talk to Sarah for a second. And so did you grow up riding? I don't know if that's the right term. Riding horses.
It
that the
is.
right
Competing
It
and
is.
riding. Yeah.
I started out
All
very
right.
young, taking lessons, and got a pony. Didn't know what they didn't know what they were doing. I was very young.
We learned.
They learned traumatically sometimes, but yeah, we did it. And then at 17, I brought my horses home for the first time and started a program in Massachusetts, moved it to Pennsylvania, created another program there, and now we're in New Jersey.
Wow.
And now she does it with
she's
me.
being pretty humble. I mean, she at a very young age was very experienced. She was teaching riding and a certified riding instructor when she was 14 and 15.
Wow.
She learned how to train horses and has developed an incredible eye. So one of the other side components of what she does with Ashleigh is we rescue thoroughbreds off the racetrack. So the racing community is not very patient with horses that can't win.
Yeah.
And so we are part of the Thoroughbred Incentive Program, where we rescue horses, train them for another job, and which is riding and showing, and then either find them homes or add them to our riding program.
That is pretty cool. I want to see if Ryan, if we can pull up a photo. I think there's a photo that you brought with you that is some of the folks. I think it's a couple. There's some youth and some
youth
folks
with
that-
a
maybe
horse.
it's in a stall.
It was
I
one
think
of
it's in
our-
one of the horse stalls.
Yeah, there you go.
in front of our barn,
right
yep.
here.
Yeah, it's in front
So
of one
tell
of
us,
our barns.
tell us what we're looking at here. Tell me about this photo and what's going on.
That's Ozzy. He is one of our sweet horses who we rescued actually from a meat auction. He was going to go be dinner somewhere. And he unfortunately just passed away this winter. He was very, very old and had a heart attack on us. But a very sweet guy. And there were some kids and some adults who you can see in the picture who had never been around a full-sized, real-life, living, breathing horse before. And they were getting their first experiences hands-on, touching and being around.
So what's the reaction? When you have somebody like this, like a child.
Yeah.
Or even an
The
adult.
adults
The adults
are much more
bad,
fun,
yeah.
actually.
So somebody that's never been around a horse,
Right.
and when you know, when you
Awestruck.
see the size of them, you know, you see them on TV and you see them somewhere that's a horse. But when you're up close to these things, as I was at your they're huge.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a little frightening. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, you were giving us treats to give to feed.
give to them, yeah.
I was a little intimidated. A little intimidated.
Most
you know
people
what I mean?
are
But-
at first.
Well, the good thing to know is horses are vegans, so
Yeah.
they want nothing to do with eating fingers or anything.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
But they're just like big dogs. They just
Yeah.
like attention.
Well, again, Sarah and Ashleigh are tremendous horse trainers. So we have some of the most well-behaved horses that I've ever seen, because they train them to not spook, and they have a whole process that they take these horses through that teaches them, you know, how to be around people. And so the horse has a tendency to meet you where you are, right?
Okay.
And they're very intuitive. They can sense whether or not you're tense or you're not tense, and they kind of have a tendency to kind
Ground
of
you.
mesmerize
Wow.
you and ground you.
Yeah.
So we'll see these big strapping young kids come off the street, and the armor just falls right off. I mean, they become kids again. And adults that have never seen a horse say, I've never stood this close to a horse before.
Yeah,
One of the fairs we did, telling the story about the little girl who was patting the horse, and
patting one of our horses and looked at us deadpan and said, "Is it real?" And I was like, "Yes." But that's just because it's just not in everybody's everyday life, and for us, it's a little bit
it's just like,
you know,
it's what we do.
humbling because it's
Yeah.
you know every day.
It's great fun for us. It's great therapy for us too.
Yeah.
I mean, this is soul healing for us to be able to share all these things with everybody.
Yeah.
You know, and we really want to share it with everybody.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, one of the things about the equine business is it's very exclusionary and very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And so as a result, it becomes very restrictive. And
Yeah.
people in that industry can have a tendency to be, you know,
Right.
this is ours, not yours.
Right.
And we just have taken a totally different approach. And Sarah and Ashleigh, you know, we have our own horse show series.
Yeah.
And Sarah and Ashleigh have designed a horse show series that's designed around being
Positive.
competing, but being very positive and very supportive.
Yeah.
Nobody's rooting against anybody else. And,
Okay.
and there's a lot of people that come to our shows for that reason.
Yeah. So, and I'm assuming, you know, there's folks out there that are watching right now. Could be any of the media sites, from Comcast Channel 22, Facebook Live, YouTube, Instagram. Anybody that's watching right now. If somebody wants to get involved, and like you just mentioned, the price. I can't even imagine what it costs to keep a horse.
We don't
need to talk about it.
I can't even imagine.
Never mind 8 or 9 or 10.
I know what it costs to feed me.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it costs to feed a horse. So, but John, Ryan, I want to see if you could throw up one of those, any one of the flyers that we have there. And I want to ask folks that are watching the show right now to, you know, if you got your phone, take a snap of this. If it's on your television, take a picture of this. But this is some information. I know this is something that you already did. You guys did
We
this.
did it Sunday.
Did this Sunday.
But that was just the second in a series of
Many.
community garden meetings where, you know,
Yeah.
where people are signing up to kind of help us with the process.
Absolutely. But you've got your contact information, obviously, at the bottom. They can reach out to you on Facebook,
Right.
through
Flying First Class Equestrian and Community Outreach Center, or my name, Jon Marino, Marino, and my number is there. And those are our personal cell phone numbers, so they're welcome to call us.
Call or text anytime.
Yeah, call or text. We're always available.
91 Fox Road in Bridgeton is
Yep.
the location of
We
of
also
your
have
facility.
an office in the UEZ on East Commerce Street.
Okay.
We maintain an office as part of the urban enterprise zone as well.
Wow. So if somebody's watching right now, and they have an interest in getting involved, and let's say they want to help you with a community garden, let's say somebody is very daring and they want to get on the back of one of those giant horses. They obviously can reach out to you.
Yep.
Yep.
They can come out to the farm. They can come out to the facility. They can see everything.
Right.
And you're going to help them every step of the way.
Right.
If somebody watching
take them
this,
by the hand and watch. So just so that you have an understanding, the first thing we do with everybody that comes to the farm, and I think we did the same thing with you and your team, is
they go on a tour.
we give them a tour.
Yeah.
And we say, here's what we got. We got a koi pond, we got chickens, we got geese, we got goats, we got horses, got a community garden, we got dogs, we got cats, we got all kinds of things. So we have basketball, we got, we're going to have a horseshoe area, a cornhole area. We have a foam machine now, so we're doing foaming parties.
oh my goodness.
Yep.
And then
we
we got
just-
an indoor pool and a hot tub.
And we have found that everybody is kind of drawn into a certain area. And, some people love sitting with the chickens. I know that wasn't your thing, but some people love sitting with the chickens.
You
We have
were chickens.
Chickens that will come and sit in your lap and just want to be held. We have goats that are like dogs and horses that just want attention. And, sometimes it's the garden. Everybody seems to be drawn to different areas.
Yeah.
And wherever that takes you is okay with us.
All right, I want to get back to the foam pit. I want to get back to the foam.
Foam.
So are you talking about like the foam,
Yeah.
the foam,
The
like
big
you
foam
see
machine,
the foam?
yes.
You're covered in foam and
Yes.
everything
Covered
else?
in foam.
Yes. Yes. We have our own foam machine, and
We just
and
used it for the
we
first
just used
time
it,
for my
yeah.
son's birthday party, and all the kids came out.
We had the whole fourth
and-
grade from Mohr Elementary School. Right?
Yeah,
Goodness.
we had a whole bunch
Are
of
you
kids out
serious?
there.
A pool party, hot tub, and a foaming party. It was great fun. We had a good time.
It was fun. Yeah.
I think I want to have my
You can have your
next
birthday party
at
here.
your facility. You know what I mean?
And by the way, just in
Yeah.
case you haven't realized, we're cards face up. We're very relaxed. We got
Yeah.
great senses of humor,
Yes.
and we're all very creative, willing to talk about any possibility
I love
that
it.
somebody has.
I love it.
So,
I want to stay away from the chickens,
Yeah,
but I
we-
want to. I think I.
We're gonna get
think
you
I'm
home
gonna-
with that. We're gonna make you
Oh
collect
my
eggs.
goodness! You're gonna make me overcome my fears. I see it right now. Hey, folks, we're gonna take a commercial break real quick to thank some of our sponsors for around South Jersey. But when we come back, we're going to continue talking to Jon, Sarah, and Ashleigh about Flying First Class Equestrian Center and Community Outreach Center. So please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
For decades, our dad has been a steady, trusted voice here at Mintz Insurance, helping neighbors, not just clients, protect what matters most.
As Dad steps into retirement, one thing stays the same: our commitment to this community.
We're proud to be independent, rooted right here in Millville. No call centers, no runaround, just real people ready to help, just like Dad always did.
Mintz Insurance, built on trust, proud of our past, and ready for what's next.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
It's New Life's 40th anniversary celebration. Join Pastor Helen and our guest speaker, Apostle Michael Pangio. It happens on March 22nd at 11 a.m.
Hey folks, welcome back to Around South Jersey with Jim Quinn. I am your guest host, Derick Glenn, filling in for my buddy Jim. And once again, I want to say hi to Jim, wishing him well wishes and prayers for a speedy recovery, Jim. Tonight, my guests in the studio, Jon, Ashleigh, and Sarah.
Yes.
From, now here's the long name, Flying First Class Equestrian and Community Outreach Center.
You can
I
call
got it.
FFCECOC.
I got it. Hey, I want to say a special shout out. Ryan, can we pull up that DuraShield photo right there? This is my son's business, folks. DuraShield LLC, where durability meets design. Residential and commercial flooring, epoxy, polyaspartic, polished concrete, DuraShieldCoatings.com, 609-666-9198. They do residential and commercial flooring. They will give you a free quote. They'll come out and do it right the first time. Make sure you give them a call if you're looking for an epoxy floor for your garage or a commercial building. They do it all. And want to thank them for being involved with the show. So before we went on break, we were talking about some different things, and so while we were on commercial, we were talking about your facility as being a venue. If there's somebody out there and you want to collaborate with Jon and Sarah and Ashleigh, and you want to bring an event to your facility, they can do it. It's turnkey. They can come out. They can rent the space. They can, and you've had food trucks out there. You can provide stuff like that. You've got ample parking. So if somebody's looking for a venue to host an event, my goodness, this is an incredible outdoor facility. You've got to see it, folks. You got to go to the Facebook page. You got to look at some of the photos. You have to see this to believe the monstrosity of it. You kind of see in the background right now. This is an incredible. You can kind of see it behind me, not really, but you kind of see it behind me. Right there it is, right there it is. Look at the facility. I mean, that's huge image right there. That's the koi pond in the front, with the bushes around it. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. And you can kind of see in the back of the property, the back of the house where the indoor pool is, and look at all the room for the stables and my goodness, it's just I call it a mega complex.
And our horse shows that we have, our dates are on our Facebook page. We invite all vendors to come out for free, set up all the local businesses, set up tents, tables, cellars, crafts, bakeries,
We've had
food
everything
trucks.
from bakeries to cleaning services to equipment manufacturers, craft people,
everybody.
And so we're going to make sure we're going to have DuraShield out there next time.
DuraShield is
yeah.
more than
DuraShield's gonna be out
welcome.
there.
Yeah. And
So-
we do it free of charge, so they can just come and set up a tent in the booth and talk to all the people that come to the show.
And the
I
horse
love it.
shows are also open to the public. There's no charge for just
Come in and
spectators
watch
to
it.
come
And
in
so
and watch.
where else can you go in anywhere where you're a vendor and you don't have to pay a fee to come out and advertise?
I don't know.
You don't have to come out and pay a fee to display. You don't have to pay a fee to come out and watch. I mean, that's incredible in itself right there. Just to that alone, When I came out, Ashleigh was on a little horse. And then a medium horse, then a big horse, then a little horse, and flip-flopping around. It's on a bunch of different horses. But I want to talk about you for a minute, Ashleigh, and your experience riding and how you got involved. At what age did you get involved in riding?
So when I was 2 months old, I had my first horse show. And I think,
months old.
I think
We
that
had sidewalkers and leaders.
I wasn't riding solo, but I think that's what got me hooked. I've had my main horses, Sugar, who was my teeny tiny pony, who was my first horse. Then Bubbles, who is my medium-sized horse, and then I have Hope, and I'm training Dash now. But Hope and Dash are my main ones right now. Dash is a baby. He is 6 years old. 5 years old.
Off the track.
He's off the track racehorse. Funny story about Dash is that when the gates opened when he was on the racetrack, he stayed in, and all the other horses ran out. He didn't run.
No.
As a matter of fact, they had to back him out because he wouldn't even go forward out.
Are you kidding me?
He said this was not
He was
for
for
him.
sale that afternoon. So.
Yeah.
But he likes to jump.
But again,
likes to
Ashleigh,
jump. Yeah, he likes to
Ashleigh is pretty humble. Every day after school,
Yeah.
she drops her book bag and goes out to the barn and gets horses and
Yeah.
lines them up and
Yeah,
runs
yeah.
them through their paces. She'll ride for an hour and a half every
Wow.
afternoon on 2 or 3 horses. She's up early to feed before school. She's extremely accomplished. She's competing against in open divisions all over the East Coast against full-grown adults at 13.
Wow.
And has basically been seriously riding since she could sit up.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
And just really works hard at it,
Yeah.
and and she's learned from her mother, and she's a tremendous trainer of horses. So
Yeah.
she's also got that sense that on how to be around a horse and how to
Absolutely.
get a horse to do what it needs to do. So
That's pretty cool.
It is cool.
You are a wonderful role model for youth that especially I'm sure that come out to the facility and that see you.
And she's right in
and
there.
stuff.
She's
I
right
love
in there,
it.
right from.
I love it.
She is so into, for instance, the community garden.
Yeah.
Her
Oh,
idea.
Ashley.
Yeah.
I wanted to tear the greenhouse down.
No,
Yeah.
I've been like in having plants since like 5th grade. I've wanted to have a really big garden, but at the old house we really couldn't. There was no really good place to have a garden. So when we moved in and there was a greenhouse, I was
just
very
sparked
excited
it.
about that. So I started last year and I had the garden and the weeds took over the garden very, very fast because
She couldn't keep up.
I couldn't
Yeah.
keep up, and
Yeah.
like it just was very hard for me to. I would like go out for hours and try to pull weeds out, and I wouldn't make a dent.
And also, she has other responsibilities around the farm every day.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so then we said, "How do we make this something that's bigger than this?" And then she said, "How about a community garden?" That was her idea.
How many 13-year-olds
Nobody that I
are
know.
focusing on planting a garden, weeding a garden, tending the horses? That
So
takes dedication.
We watch her social media, what she does on social media.
Yeah.
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, agricultural videos.
I don't have. I only have YouTube. I don't have anything else.
She's not on social
And
media.
I do also have a crocheting business. Heart Couture. I have a bunch. I do a bunch of stuffed animals and a bunch of like
I love it.
blankets and scarves and
she's
kind
an
of
old
stuff.
soul. She's
I
13
do,
going on 40.
Yeah, I do gardening, horseback riding, and
crocheting.
I just want to make sure. Is she real?
I know,
real.
believe
Is she
me.
real?
Yeah, she is
Holy
different.
cow!
And she's
Wow.
a straight A student.
And a straight A
Yeah,
student.
I try my best. in that.
I can't. My goodness. Well, you know what? We're so proud of you. Like I said, you're such an incredible role model for other young adults that are maybe trying to figure out what they want to do. Or what their niche is in life and stuff, and for kids to come out to the farm, I think to be able to look up to you and see what you're doing and the sweat equity that
and
you're
her
putting into
personality
this.
of encompassing them in with no barriers. She's just they're
Yeah,
all together.
I
just one
don't
group.
judge. Neither do the animals. I have to say, neither do the animals. A chicken isn't going to look at you different if you've been in jail or you've been on the streets.
They don't care what
they don't-
language you speak. The horses don't care what language
As long
you
as you
speak.
have treats in your hand, that's what all the animals care about. They
I
don't
love it.
judge.
So you know what? I'm glad, Ashley. I'm glad that you said that.
that's really important.
John, I want you to tell me. We were talking on the break about like the probation department. I think in Cumberland County. So tell me about that. So you're
Okay.
working with the probation department right
I
now.
gotta shout out all my buddies at YSAC. We got Sam and Holly and Jessica, who were just out at the farm, and we're going to be kind of a community service spot for them, and they also have some after-school programs and some other things that we're working on together, so that
Wow.
I think the kids generally run from 13 to 19, and they can come and do their community service instead of in a church or in a basement or cleaning the side of
Yeah.
the road. They can come out and be part of the farm,
Yeah.
and be part with the
Yeah.
animals and outside, and maybe eventually swimming in hot tubs and
Yeah.
doing things that give them the opportunity to be outside of just the normal probation
Absolutely.
work
And-
program.
Yeah.
And also for parents who have a kid who maybe trying to figure out what they want to do and where they fit in, and maybe are just different than a lot of the kids at school, call us out. We can set up a time for them to come out. They can put their hands in the ground and feel the plants and be around the animals, and it may just be something they haven't experienced yet, and that may be, what makes them feel a little better again.
Absolutely. And I'm so involved in Veterans Affairs. One of our big things is mental illness. Post-traumatic stress disorder is huge.
It's a big thing for us.
And I'll tell you what, when we came out and we didn't have any of the vets with us, but I can only imagine. We had an event one time at the facility where I work, and we brought in 2 horses. We brought in a full-size horse and a pony.
It didn't go so well.
It didn't. So RJ, if RJ's watching, he'll remember this story. So. It was raining outside. We were supposed to do this outside, and it was raining outside.
Probably outdoors. A good idea.
So we brought him into the auditorium. We brought him indoors, a full-size horse and a pony, and they walked in. Well, they went to the bathroom.
They do what horses do,
and they do a lot, as you.
We know.
Quite a bit.
And
times a day.
They went quite a bit, and I'll never forget one of our residency. Thank God. He got up out of his wheelchair to pet the horse. The horse backed up to his wheelchair and just emptied out his bladder and everything else, and just
into the wheelchair.
Oh my God, that was not good.
So
not good.
So needless to say,
we can assure you that won't happen on the farm.
Absolutely not. But needless to say.
And by the way, we have a specific program for veterans and first responders, and where they can come free of charge anytime they want. They can groom. They can sit by the koi pond. They can sit with the goats, which are like dogs that will just climb all over you and love on you. And they can work in the garden. They can swim in the pool. They can sit in the hot tub. And we do that totally free of charge. And you veterans are the most stubborn people I've ever met.
And I'm going to tell you, what a great opportunity for individuals. And I'm thinking, veterans specifically, but for anybody that suffers from, post-traumatic stress disorder, for anyone that's been traumatized,
right? Or in
anybody
a stressful
that suffers from
environment
absolutely. Somebody that suffers from mental illness, somebody that you were just talking, Sarah, and Ashley actually said, we don't judge.
We don't.
So somebody, and I'm just going to say this, somebody that doesn't fit in the norm, somebody that doesn't fit in the norm. This is an opportunity, a location where they will
find
fit
somebody
in.
to fit in.
And like you said, the animals don't judge.
We got kids that love the chickens, my grandson goes to chicken 4-H. I didn't even know there was such thing as chicken 4-H. Max, hi Max, I hope you're watching. There's a chicken 4-H with kids that are just into chickens.
Wow.
Yeah,
there's a niche for everybody.
There's a niche for everybody, and the animals. And Ashley said it perfectly. They don't know the color of your skin. They don't know what language you speak. They don't know where you came from, whether you got money, where you live, who you are, how you dress. They don't care.
If you're nice to them,
they're nice to you.
Nice to you.
It just amazes me.
They won't go to the bathroom on your wheelchair.
I promise.
I love it. Yeah.
Promise. I promise.
We definitely want to get out there and definitely want to work together with you guys on some stuff.
Open.
And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I want to talk about. So we've got the horses. We've got the
goats.
Goats.
Not sheep. We got goats.
We don't got sheep.
The
we
goats,
got goats,
which I love goats. I used to have goats.
They're the best.
Goats are great.
I used to have.
And our goats were all hand raised by her and her brother.
Were they?
So they're like big puppy dogs. If you sit down on the ground, they're just right on.
I love it.
And they just like to hang out.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, chickens.
Yeah, chickens are the same way, by the way, Derek. It's all about you.
Hey, maybe one day, But see, that's what I need. I need to get out there. I need to face my fears. I need to get in that coop.
I'm just gonna hand you a chicken.
Oh my God. So it's fun. You know what I'm watching? I go on TikTok. I do everything I got to do when I leave here. I go to the gym. I do my homework. I go on my laptop. I finish doing some emails. Then I wind down on social media. Last night, of course, what do I want? What's the first thing that I see on TikTok?
Chickens?
A woman opens up a Christmas present and there's a chicken in the box.
That sounds awesome.
And it jumps out of the box and it goes crazy and everybody's going nuts. And I thought to myself, if somebody in my family wants to kill me,
Yeah, that would have been
this
the
is
way.
how to do it.
That's fine.
Put a chicken in a box, you wrap it up and give it to me for Christmas. I'm done. I'm done. Say no more. But I want to see, Ryan, could you throw up one of the flyers for there we go, right there. So want to give out some contact information. Again, if you folks that are just tuning in or maybe didn't have an opportunity to see it, there's obviously the Flying First Class Equestrian and Community Outreach Center, Community Garden. This is a continuous thing that Jon, Ashleigh, and Sarah
There'll
do.
be announcements for additional meetings, and as the garden progresses, there'll be different meetings, and we'll try to encompass people that know more about it than us.
And the nice thing is, folks, the information right here on this flyer, obviously everything you need to know how to contact them. The location, 91 Fox Road in Bridgeton, and Sarah's and Jon's phone numbers are at the bottom. Again, you can find them on Facebook, and Jon, it's Jon Marino.
M-A-R, no H in the John, and Marino, M-A-R-I-N-O.
Or they can also go to Flying First Class Equestrian and Community Outreach Center.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on Facebook.
there you go.
Everything is on there.
That came right out of your mouth.
That's,
like that.
I'm getting better.
It's a
I'm getting
practice.
better.
And we have a website at flyingfirstclassequestriancenter.com.
It's a lot. It's a lot of
Yeah.
information, but it's
It's all out
good.
there.
It's all good.
It's all out there. Yeah.
There we
all-
are.
There you go. I love it. So,
This
so
is
tell us
something
what
else.
this is. Tell
That's
us what
baby
this
Ashleigh.
That's baby Ash. That's
Well,
how little
that's
Ash.
my
my
pony
goodness.
Sugar. She's like, she made me look huge, but
A lot of people have actually met Sugar. Sugar goes
Sugar
with us
goes
to
with
all
us,
of our events. She's our pocket-sized pony
Who travels with us?
who goes with
love
us
it.
everywhere.
I love it. So tell us what this is, Jon. Tell us about this.
Sarah, you
Sarah.
tell
It's summer camp. We're doing 3 weeks of summer camp. Our hours are from 9 to 3. We are going to let kids experience a little bit of everything. They're going to get hands-on how to take care of animals. They're going to get hands-on on the horses. They can participate in the garden, the chickens, the goats. We have an indoor pool for the end of the day. Everyone's going to swim every day. They'll need to bring a lunch and some changes of clothes, bathing suits, that kind of thing. It's all listed on there, the items that are needed every day.
And they'll come home tired, dirty, and happy.
Well, we swim at the end of the day, so
swim,
hopefully
so-
that they're not too dirty, but their clothes
love
will
this.
be. And we have freeze pops and swimming at the end of the day every day. We're going to be holding horse shows on Fridays where
the
they
end of the
can
week.
show off their skills, and parents and family members are welcome to come and see them do it, and they'll
So
get
by
ribbons.
the end of the week, they'll be able to show. And
So-
it may be simple, but they'll be able to show.
So this is incredible. I love this. When is the adult camp?
You want
When is the adult camp?
day camp for the adults?
Derek, no,
We've talked about
not even a
kidding.
joke. I have had so many adults come and ask me about weekend adult camp that it is something that we have seriously tried to figure out exactly how to accomplish.
Listen to
And then it can
Um,
end with wine and a
And a
hot
hot tub at the end of the night instead of freeze pops in the pool.
yeah.
I'm
A
very
nighttime.
serious.
Listen, I'm gonna help you produce this.
Okay,
So,
we're ready.
I'm
We're
gonna
ready.
produce this. I can see it right now. I'm visualizing. So a couple campsites out there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
Bonfire.
everybody sits around the bonfire night with s'mores, right?
do some
Yeah.
s'mores.
With wine at the koi pond.
Yeah.
Wine
At the
Koi
koi
pond.
pond, it's very
Yeah,
relaxing.
I like
at the
it.
koi
That's
pond.
Where I
like
spend
it.
my spring, summer, and fall
And we
evenings.
figured out, even by the koi pond with the water, we last year bought citronella plants and had no bugs.
Wow.
Yeah. So we just
planted
surrounded
some
them
citronella
with the
plants.
plants.
It was great.
I think there is so much creativity that can be put into this. I think there's organizations all over
Yep.
that should reach out and grasp onto you
We
for a
hope.
weekend retreat.
Yeah.
Okay? A weekend retreat, a men's Christian retreat.
I love it.
A woman's Bible study retreat,
Yep.
a Boy Scouts retreat,
Yep.
a whatever retreat.
They want to set up tents. There's safe places
telling
to
you.
do
Safe
that.
places. There's acres of land to set up.
Nice
tents
flat
on.
ground.
There
grass.
really is.
Listen.
It really is. There's
All right.
amazing
I'm
possibilities.
gonna tell you, so here's another one. I'm just gonna keep giving you these.
Go ahead,
You
go
don't
ahead.
have to.
Bring
Listen,
on, bring
and I'm not
on.
gonna
You can
charge
take
you.
it.
I'm not gonna charge you for these ideas.
All right,
either.
okay.
I'm not gonna charge you. I just want to attend for free.
Okay, that's all right.
So. How about this one? How about this one? How about a paint and sip party
talked about it.
Yeah.
Huh?
The
We
koi.
love that. Yeah.
The koi pond.
The koi pond.
With a
koi
winery,
ponds.
the winery
We've got
that
two
comes
wineries
out.
that want to come out.
Yep.
A winery that comes out, they set up, people come out, it's X amount of dollars a head, and you paint something, you paint the apple tree, you paint one of the horses, you paint something, and you relax out there in a comfy chair with your easel and your stuff, and your wine, and your cheese, and your crackers, and your Uber.
And your
'cause you're
Uber
gonna-
to go home.
You're gonna need it.
Always
when
Uber.
you're done, or a DD,
Don't drink
designated
and
driver.
drive. Yeah.
We talked about doing a Las Vegas fundraiser night.
We want to do a Las
For-
Vegas night where we bring in an organization that
Yeah.
does the gaming tables and all of that.
For
too,
fun.
so
But the pool,
the pool is fantastic.
let me tell you, the indoor
There we are.
heated pool. Look at this.
It is
Look at this.
with a projection
I
TV.
can't
With a
see-
projection TV,
And a
I
disco
can't-
ball.
kitchen, a
I
disco
can't even
ball, and a hot
stand
tub.
it. With the surround sound system.
Yep.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I don't know how people aren't knocking down your door to get in here to have
starting to,
events
but they're starting
and
to, but
to
not
book. I just don't know. I just don't know. I'm telling you, listen, I don't know. I love this picture though.
That's a good picture. That's a community group.
That
That's
is a community event right there.
There's two groups there, probably Cumberland County Boys and Girls Club and Euphoria Life, which is a youth alternative school.
I
and-
love this.
Are you sure that wasn't a birthday party?
No, I don't think that's a birthday party.
I don't
but
know. It was a party nonetheless.
It was a party.
and you can
and
see that our dogs are out there
It's
participating.
a party. The
too.
dogs are out there. You know what I mean? And that what people can't see is to the left of the photo
There's
is
kitchen.
the bar area, the
bar
kitchen
and
area.
Kitchen, yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
To the right is the hot tub.
Man,
See the corner.
I see the corner of the hot
Yeah.
tub right there.
Yeah, the corner of the hot tub is
What
right
a great opportunity for folks in this area and beyond to be able to come out and not only see a one-of-a-kind working farm, equestrian farm,
We are definitely a working
community outreach garden, farm animals, koi pond,
Koi pond.
indoor pool, hot tub.
Trees.
I just,
Yeah, I mean,
you guys are sitting on a gold mine out there, but I just want to say, like, your selflessness, you're doing so much for the community,
it's important.
I'm going to tell you this. I would too. Just because that's who I am and that's what I do. I would do the same thing. Not everybody would, John.
No. I'd
Sarah.
like to think most
Not
people
everybody would.
I'd
Because
like
I'm
to
going to
think
tell
they
you,
would.
there's folks that had a property like yours with an indoor pool, they'd be having parties.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be having any, kids and anything else out there. You know what I mean? But for you guys to do what you do is absolutely amazing. I think it's incredible, the outreach that you're doing. I think the momentum will continue you'll continue to gain
After this
momentum.
winter,
And-
we expect that we will. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a
Winter's
nasty
been
winter.
Yeah.
long and
And-
cold.
It hasn't been an easy winter to have
No.
an equine farm.
No, and I think you and I initially spoke. When was it? In the
had to be in the spring,
or
yeah, it
was
had
it
to be in the
last
spring.
spring? I
Yeah,
think.
late
and-
spring.
and-
Well, we
and
just
stuff,
moved
so-
in March, so we've only been there for a year.
1 year.
So you've been there a
Yeah.
year.
1 year and
1
2
year.
days.
Yeah.
as
So
of today.
I really feel in my heart that this is going to continue to grow.
Yeah.
More people are going to find out about this. They're going to see what you
Your
do
lips to God's
and how
ears.
you're involved in the community. It's not just a property and you guys live there and do it. This is your outreach, your community outreach center.
We also work
You
with
know?
special needs individuals, autistic, any physical disabilities, anything really. The horses are just tremendous with
Yeah.
everybody. So it doesn't, there's no
And they
special
don't judge.
group.
They don't judge.
We
It's just-
we can,
They're just so
accommodate
patient.
whoever.
Yeah, and goats the same way. And
Yeah.
she's an elementary school teacher with some specialized training in special needs. My wife's a retired nurse. We have several people that are available to staff certain events that are, psychologists and people that have, what's Shelley, a retired nurse? Hi, Shelley. I hope you're watching.
Wow.
And a retired school teacher. And those people are all willing to donate their time and come and make sure that the environment stays safe and protected.
I think it's so cool. I think it's so cool. I want to say hi to a couple people.
Good.
Yeah.
that are watching now. Hi to Lisa
Hi,
and
Lisa.
Margaret or Margarita, I'm sorry, Soltrin. And she is telling a story. The time we had the horses that came and pooped all over the elephant.
Yeah.
So, we've done some great things at the Veterans, and one of them she's referring to one. She commented on Facebook, but we did something. There was a woman there, and she used to ride horses, and that was one of her dreams. Is she always wanted to. Before she passed away, she wanted to ride a horse again, and it wasn't possible for her to get up on a horse. She was wheelchair and stuff, but we brought a horse in, and she was able to brush its mane, and hold it, and she actually, it's very moving.
We have a woman. Her name is Shelley, and she rode when she was a kid, and she ran into us at one of the community fairs that we did, and she said, "Can I just come out and groom the horses and maybe muck a stall?" And we said, "Of course." And she said, "I still have all my own brushes." And she came out with her little brush box, and she comes out on Saturdays and spends an hour and a half, 2 hours out in the field. And she knows all the horses know her, and that doesn't want to ride anymore, but she certainly wants to be out there.
Still wants to be
involved.
involved.
So therapeutic for so many people.
Hey, listen, we are going to take a quick commercial break and thank some of our sponsors. We want to thank everybody watching tonight and that continues to watch. Again, Jim is off. He's going to be back next week. Jim will be back in studio next week, and cannot wait for him to be back in the hot seat, so we say. So we're going to take a quick break and say thank you to some of our sponsors that sponsor this show. And when we come back, we're going to continue talking to Jon, Sarah, and Ashleigh about flying first class equestrian outreach and community outreach center, something like that. Anyway,
that was close.
Anyway, don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this.
For over 90 years, Mintz Insurance has protected what matters most: families, businesses, and futures. Born in South Jersey, we've weathered storms, celebrated milestones, and stood strong with our community every single step of the way. Rooted in tradition, but always moving forward, we invest in the latest technology to deliver faster, smarter coverage solutions without losing that personal touch. Because trust isn't built overnight, it is earned. One policy, one promise, one person at a time.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, Vineland.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find Him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find Him. That's by personal experience with Him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to Him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
Hey folks, welcome back to Around South Jersey with Jim Quinn. I am the guest host this week, Derick Glenn, and once again want to just say hi to Jim and wish him some well wishes. He's been under the weather, but he will be back in studio next Wednesday. Before we get back into the interview process, I want to say thank you to my son's business, DuraShield LLC, where durability meets design, residential and commercial flooring, epoxy, polyaspartic, polished concrete. DuraShieldCoatings.com or 609-666-9198 is where you can reach them. And Thursday night show, I'm going to give away some cool merch. And, so we're back with Jon, Ashleigh, Sarah from Flying First Class Equestrian and
Community
Outreach Center.
There you go.
There you go. You got it.
You know I'm going to be saying that the whole way home.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get it just like this. Just like that.
Easy peasy.
Just like that. Hey, listen, I know we've had a great show. We've been talking about a lot of stuff. Before I forget, I know there's some folks that you want to say thank you to. You just want to say hi. So if one of you wants to take the lead, go ahead. Take it away, Ashleigh.
I want to say hi to Jay, who is our video photographer person. He's been at every one of our events taking videos and supporting Flying First Class.
Follow him. He's Coach Jay Howe. He is a tremendous content creator.
He's big on youth and people who are young and are doing things that most kids don't do, and how
promoting businesses that he's very involved, and he's got an Instagram page at Coach Jay Howe. Tremendous young man, very young man, very smart, and very helpful for us. But he's been great for us, a great partner.
We also have Tobias and Marisol and Rich and Stephanie over at the UEZ, and I know I'm forgetting a bunch of people, but and Jessie, very supportive.
Jessie cleaning, and Marisol and Tobias at Euphoria Life are they have a big youth program, and they are always the first ones to volunteer. That he's got just such a tremendous group of young kids that come and help us do the work that this old man can't do anymore.
That's awesome.
That's
and
awesome.
Julie DeLucy and the T. I know him as
Terrence Santiago. It's Tiago's food truck. He's also a very big supporter.
I want to see that.
Oh, he's
I want to see that.
Oh man, we're having an event where we're on Saturday where we're stripping the greenhouse and getting it ready, and he's going to bring his food truck just to service the kids that are going to help us.
Saturday.
I'm coming out.
11 o'clock.
At least I'm going to be able to beat the
And by the way,
Terrence, Equestrian Center.
Tiago's food truck. If you guys need a food truck to come to any event, you reach out to him. He's great.
I love it. I got to get his information from you. I have one more person that I think you should thank, and she just commented on the Facebook Live. It's Catherine.
Yes, that's my mom.
Gigi.
haven't shouted her out yet.
The matriarch. I'm glad she's watching.
Probably should say hi to her. Hello,
Gigi.
Catherine.
She is the backbone. She holds
Max.
us all together.
Yeah, and Max,
my son.
We love them.
Good.
Hi, guys.
And we couldn't do this without them, because when we're out there working, we come in hungry, and Gigi is always there, and Max is always out in the farm helping us do whatever we need to do.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
they're
Just
great.
not as
It's a
much as a
family
camera
affair.
person
We love
is.
Gigi
And Max.
I love it.
and Max.
Well, hello
That's great. She
to
said
everybody.
that. That's fun.
So we don't have much time left, but I want to touch on one thing. Fundraisers. We didn't talk about fundraisers.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody's watching right now, and it's an organization, and they say, you know what, this is a great idea. I want to do a fundraiser. I have a church. I have a baseball team. I have a school football team, a PTA, any organization.
Yep.
If somebody wants to do a fundraiser, they can reach out to you guys, and they can call you, and they can get some
Set it
details.
up.
They
and
can come and
set
see
it
the
up
property, figure out if it works for them. If it works for them, what parts of the property they want to have access to, and we can structure something that'll work for
and
them.
you guys can work out details on pricing and what they
all
can
of that.
charge and all that kind of good stuff.
And they'd be surprised that it looks expensive, but we try to keep it affordable.
And we're a nonprofit, so we
By the way, we are a nonprofit. That's good. I'm glad you mentioned
We're
that.
always looking for anybody who wants to get involved, and maybe they can't physically, but they want to monetarily, and we do scholarships so that some of the at-risk youth in our area can take riding lessons or be part of the farm, come to summer camp. If anybody wants to sponsor a child's, access that way, you can reach out to us that way too.
Talk about this, 'cause this is really important, and I'm glad you brought that
John,
up.
go ahead.
We have a scholarship program where individuals or organizations can reach out and for $350 sponsor a single child, and that child will then have access to 8 one-on-one or maybe small group lessons where they learn to be around a horse safely, they learn to groom, and then they learn the basics of riding in the course of that 8 weeks. And whoever sponsors that child gets a video at the end of every lesson that says, okay, thank you so much for sponsoring me.
Wow.
Here is what I learned.
If they want it.
If they want, if the sponsor wants it. I mean,
That's
obviously, if
pretty
they
cool.
want to stay anonymous, that's okay too. But
That's pretty cool.
yeah, and so they see a real connection. I mean, that's one of the things about making donations that makes
Yeah.
people second guess whether or not it's
Absolutely.
a smart thing to do.
And
we like to tie it to this is the result. This is how you helped.
And because you're a nonprofit, it's tax deductible.
It's all tax deductible.
So somebody out there that says, I want to do something good for the community. I want to do
That's how to
something.
do it.
I want to do something for a child, an inner city youth. That's. I want to do something good.
Yep.
Because we all know you need to get to kids when they're kids.
When they're kids.
You need to get them out of what they're doing. If they're in trouble, you need to get to them.
Sometimes
And
it
this
takes
is a
kids
great
15 to 20 minutes
opportunity.
just to adjust to the fact that
Yeah.
they're looking around and they can't quite
Yeah.
orient themselves to where they are.
Right.
So it is a fundamental shift in their
Yeah.
in their thinking just to
Yeah.
be there. So
What a great opportunity. Ryan, going to ask you if you could throw up one of the flyers one last time so we can get all the contact information.
After school program.
I love it. Flying First Class Farm After School Academy. Learn, grow, and explore. 2:30 to 5:30. Homework help, farm fun. Look at all
explain
this.
it to
You could do. Sarah, can you tell us real quick about this?
Yeah, real quick is after school. 1 day a week, 5 days a week, 2 days a week, whatever you want to do. We do homework for about an hour. When they first get there, I'm a teacher. I'll float around and help, study, whatever we need to do. And then we go and we get busy on the farm, whether it's in the garden or with the chickens or with the goats or whatever activity we have going on that week. And they get to be outside and not in front of the TV and out of trouble and in a safe, structured environment.
I love it. I love it. And
There we are.
There you are again,
Yep.
right there. We've got contact information at the bottom.
Yep, that's me.
Right here, Sarah's telephone number. You can call or text her.
Or find us on Facebook.
Find them on Facebook. And, really hope that some of the folks watching that have children, have grandchildren, maybe there's a teacher watching, you can take this back to your school and you can roll this out. Take a clip, take one of these flyers and hang this on your bulletin board, pass this out to, some of the students in your facility. What a great opportunity to get involved in the community and with an organization that's here and its purpose is to help the community out, to help the youth out, to help grow the community, and nothing better than a nonprofit right there in Center. Are you guys considered Centerton, or are you considered?
No, we're considered Upper Deerfield
Yes,
technically.
or Bridgeton.
Okay,
We're
all right,
in
okay.
Bridgeton.
But I'm so glad that you guys came on the show tonight. I'm
had a good time.
so glad you came out. It was so good to see
It was
all
great
of you.
to be here. Thank you for having
And
us.
Thank you for having us.
I look forward to a continued relationship, and love to have you back on sometime. I'd love to maybe come out sometime, get some
And play with the
footage.
chickens?
No. You know what we could do for laughs?
How about a goose?
For laughs, no,
we
that's
think-
even worse.
Yeah, we'll take a video
But
of
for
you holding
laughs,
the chicken.
you can blindfold me, lead me into the chicken pen. What am I doing to myself? Lead me into the chicken pen, close the gate, and then
video.
film me.
Oh, that would be
I
awesome.
think we'll hit 1 million hits.
Well,
we
you
would
know
definitely-
that they say
You
that
understand
that's
what
where
I'm
the
saying?
dinosaurs went.
They turned into chickens?
The birds.
Oh, that's
That's
maybe
why you're
I'm
afraid of them.
dinosaurs.
And you should hear the noises.
Maybe I'm afraid of them now.
I don't know.
Where the
Anyway.
dinosaurs went.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know, but I'll tell you what. I want to thank you guys again so much for being on the program.
Thank you
And
for
I
having
want to
us.
thank you for what you're doing to help out our community. And I say our community: Cumberland County,
Our
Salem County,
community,
Atlantic
too.
County. Thank you for what you're doing to enrich the lives of the individuals in our community. I think it's a great thing that you're doing.
Thank you.
The efforts that you're doing are just outstanding, and just keep up the good work, you guys.
Thank you.
Folks, I want to thank you again for watching. We will be off tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we will not be on the air, but Thursday night, my guest is The Bite Restaurant in Vineland. They're going to have samples of some of their food right here. Ryan and I are going to sample stuff. You're going to get all messy and stuff in front of you. The Bite, we're going to be doing some giveaways, I believe, and some great stuff. Thursday night at 5 o'clock, we will be on. Again, I'm your guest host, Derick Glenn, filling in for Jim Quinn. Want to say again hi to Jim, and Jim, hope you're feeling better, and he'll be back. He will be back.
Feel
next
better, Jim.
Feel
week.
better, Jim.
So thank you again.
Like our Facebook page.
Absolutely. Like the Facebook page. Say the name again.
Flying First Class Equestrian Center and Community Out. No,
You said it wrong.
I did it wrong. Flying First Class Equestrian and Community Outreach Center.
That's us.
I love it. You guys, thanks again for watching Around South Jersey. I've been your host, Derick Glenn, and I want to thank everybody again for watching. Until Thursday night this week, have a great night. God bless. See ya.
This has been a QBC television production in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22 and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.